right now, they are sprinting past them.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10.
At the Raiders up. They trot back out. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 18-yard line.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
These guys certainly need something good to go their way because this first quarter has been something of a disaster for them trying to move the ball. But that completion there maybe can get them focused and moving in the right direction.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
That's another Las Vegas first down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Now a carry for Jacobs. Fights off the defender. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. On the stop there defensively, Marcus May with a tackle. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. Dance into it. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Darnold. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He's going to float this one deep. And got his man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 39 yards there, a big one.
Boy, they've definitely come out of the gate smoking here in the first quarter. Whatever they've tried to run has worked. And there's another example right there. Game plan is one thing, but how about his accuracy? It's been exceptional.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. On 2nd and 12, Darnold. Crowder's got it over the middle. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, But now they have to make that up again, don't they?
He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. (21-0) our score after one.
Jets 21, Raiders nothing.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. From the 50, it's Darnold. Wide open receiver, complete. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down.
Offense.
Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
Still third down.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. Third and long. The shotgun snap for Darnold. He's got this one completed to Mims. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That's Mike McGlinchey, former first-round pick out of Notre Dame with a penalty. So following the holding call, what can they do here on third and long? Now Darnold. He'll air this one out for Mims. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Denzel Mims with his second touchdown of the game, fourth of the year. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one better than 20 miles an hour. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Henry Ruggs and the Raiders set to go back to work. A chance maybe here for them to get him more involved. They're down here on the scoreboard, and he's been very quiet.
And the silence has been deafening for his team. They don't need that at all. They need fireworks. They need explosive plays. They need him touching the football in any way possible. Maybe go to some jet sweeps. Anything to get him going.
Something to get him the ball. We'll see if they can do it. 2nd and 11. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37.
Intercepted by the Jets.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Darnold. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And this one is right through. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Yeah, this is going to put them back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Jacobs. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
Yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Bryce Hall. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next year?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Well, the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now it's Darnold. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 12.
Here's Darnold. And this is going to be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Running is Jacobs. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Man open down the middle of the field. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 38-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the
schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 30-yard line.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And now they'll just need 4 touchdowns as the deficit is now 28. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The offense trots back onto the field, and we shine our Madden spotlight on Sam Darnold. He's had one of those games that any quarterback loves, not only being able to complete some passes, but some deep passes.
And it's pretty to watch. I mean, it's an absolute joy to see, but let's face it, we got to give a little bit of credit where it's deserved, right?
Well, the protection's been great. That's where you're going.
The protection's been phenomenal.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
And not much happening there as he'll get it back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down.
4th down.
Here's Braden Mann now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one, as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's